Welcome to another Odyssey walkthrough. I got some new headphones, I can't. I sound so different. I guess I'll figure out what I'm gonna take. But, while I do that, I guess I'll just say that, I tried to record a Bloons video, a Bloons walkthrough. Guys, another guide. And it was Blastopocalypse. I recorded for like a few hours. It was so tricky. And I never beat it in the end, so that video never came to life. Oh man. Recently, my house switched from bottled water to filtered tap. I don't know if it's placebo, but it just tastes wrong to me. But whatever, if the tap makes me sick, all I gotta do is drink it, and I'll find out, right? I think I've decided on what I'm gonna have going here. We'll take the ice guy for the aura farm. You know how it is. Let's get it. I've got the ice guy again. Just to see what's gonna happen, I'll place him down. I hope that I don't need to do any particular opening. Yeah, it looks like he can pop them fast enough. Yes. What we really have to watch out for is the later levels in the Odyssey, because those are really gonna mess us up. I don't want to fail another video again. I've chosen a tricky spot here because this guy is gonna cause problems for me if I don't kill all of the balloons right there, which really sucks, and I feel like an idiot now, but I'm just gonna ignore it, fuck it. We regrow farm. Yes. Which is terrible, but I learn from my mistakes in future runs. These new headphones that I got, I was saying it earlier, I don't know, but they really mess me up. I got some pretty expensive wireless headphones. They fit around my ear, or they don't fit around my ear. I feel like in comparison to the last headset I wore. Before this, I wore the Corsair headset. I've had many of those, and I realized that I was cycling through so many Corsair headsets. Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay, that's fine. But I realized that I was cycling through so many Corsair headsets. And I thought, this can't be sustainable. It's probably not a good thing that I have like 5 different Corsair boxes of headsets. I've only been using them since I was like 10 years old. So it's about 9 years of using Corsair, and over those 9 years I've needed a new headset around every two years. A lot of it is kind of my fault. I trip on the wire. I did that so many times. I've tripped on the wire. I've pulled it. I've done a lot of bad things to my headsets. And that's probably part of the reason why they don't live as long. But also, I just get the feeling that they're cheap. So I decided to go for something more expensive in hopes that it would last me longer. So now I have this Fractal Scape headset. It's wireless, although it can also be used with a little wire that I'm not going to, because honestly not having anything to tug on feels pretty great. I don't really do competitive gaming anyways, so... Oh, the latency, me no care. I don't even think there really is any noticeable latency on this thing. What's throwing me off about it though is that it fits so differently from the Corsair one. Corsair one was... I think as I wear it more, it'll get softer. Because that's what happens with my Corsair headsets too. They feel very strange until I wear them in for like a few weeks. And this new headset is no exception, but this is the strangest one I've ever experienced, which makes sense considering I've only ever worn two headsets, you know, Corsair and this one. But this one's so tight, like my ears don't really have that much space. I think it'll feel better when these memory pads loosen up. So far this is just feeling like a normal level. I don't think this Odyssey is gonna get real difficult on me until the later magnifications. Still not too sure if I can do this one. My confidence is really shaken up by that whole Blast the Populace thing. I'm not like unintelligible when it comes to Bloons. I managed to black border every single intermediate map. That was a little challenge that I set for myself, and it took me a while. Every map is like a puzzle, especially for stuff like Half Cache. Half Cache is the great barrier, really, for black bordering a map. But I managed to do it on my own terms, which I'm very happy about. But yeah, I guess there's some things I just don't know how to do. Like these boss balloon events, and if I'm unlucky, this Odyssey. Although it looks like the regrow rate doesn't get touched until the later levels, but it's gonna get really bad. I think this is like a nerfed version of a previous Odyssey. Regrow Odyssey is the only Odyssey that I've ever lost. My profile has an uneven number of Odyssey clears, and that's because I started an Odyssey of regrows. The theme was regrows, and like every single balloon like regrew really freaking fast. I couldn't beat it. So not feeling confident about this one, but I gotta press on. I gotta make some progress here. Man, you watch YouTubers and you consume a lot of YouTube content, and it makes you think that it's all so simple, you know? You just gotta say the words, but you get yourself down in a little recording booth and what do you know? There's not much to be said. Making content is not intuitive for everybody. I'm sure some people get it pretty easily on their first try. Like, some people just have good ideas, right? Me, I don't really have any content ideas. I just want to create stuff. That's why I make these videos, these quote-unquote walkthroughs. I just want to create something. I don't really know what, though. You know? I don't know what I want to say. And maybe I'm afraid of saying something. I will admit, I do have a bit of cowardice. You know, afraid to have a strong personality. Okay, we'll do this. We're gonna make some money off of that. I don't think bigger boom synergizes with signal flare. I think I'm gonna miss some camos, but it's not too big of a deal. I wonder if I can do this thing where, like, I place the trap in between so it can pick up both lanes. I hope that'll work, because pretty much what I need right now. Just gonna let the trap deal with the ceramics. All we need to do is pop the Moab. Didn't really have a lot of money. I mean, I had so much money, and looking back on it. Really? I think I just got unlucky with the trap there. I guess that's a little engineer trap secret. If you got a wave that you need to tank, then make sure to reset your trap. Boom. That was a late reaction, but I'm a bit slow. You know how it is. Things are getting harder now. 150% regrow. Oh man. That tap doesn't sit right with me. I'm like the king of placebo, though. I feel strange things all the time. I don't know. Is that not relatable? My body just shits itself on a daily basis. Not literally. Oh my goodness. But things just aren't right with me. Not that my health is the best or anything. I'm like 99% sure I've got high blood pressure and high cholesterol. Like, damn, my body's running overtime. It's really hard to make yourself want to do anything, though. Like anything. Maybe this has become a depressed person podcast. I don't know. I don't know anything about being depressed because I'm not a doctor. I don't talk to many doctors. You know, I gotta see a dentist too. Yeah. I didn't really see the dentist much as a kid. So, my teeth alignment are not ideal. I'll let it go. We'll do that thing where it catches both lanes. People recommend to me therapy. By people, I mean the few doctors that I do talk to. But I don't know. What can therapy do for me, you know? I guess it's a field with a lot of proven results, but it's also a field that's very subjective. Therapy is like washing the dishes. It's a lot of work, and you don't want to do it. And it's obviously a good thing to do. On top of all that, I mean, like, I should obviously, if I feel that my mental state is not in its best state, then seeing a therapist can only help. But I just don't want to go through the hassle. Because then I'd have to set up an appointment, and I have to show up, and then I have to find out whether or not I like the guy. And then, like, there's also this, like, compromise. Like, okay, I don't exactly hate you. Therapy is just... Maybe I'm thinking about it too much. Therapy is just something that seems like too much work to me. Because you always hear from people about how, you know, therapy didn't really do anything for them. And, yeah, I mean, the obvious answer is like, oh, you just didn't find the right therapist. Well, it's like, okay, so for how long do I have to be engaged in this therapy program, and for how long am I going to be, you know, searching for and applying to these different therapists? You know? It's like, how long am I going to be looking for the one? You know, it feels like it's an endless quest, almost. I feel like I'm just making excuses for not trying to get better, but that's just one way to see it, you know? Today I woke up pretty late. I was supposed to go to class, but I stayed up all night to make a paper. I think it was like 4 a.m. I woke up at 8:30. So I got like 4 hours of sleep today. It's approaching nighttime. Evening. It's approaching evening. Sun's going down and I don't feel particularly tired. Which kind of sucks. Would like to go to bed early. This balloon trap thing has been working out really nicely for me. And I think, you know, it's kind of one of the obvious choices here. You just want something that's gonna deal high DPS or just outright one-shot the balloon. So, yeah, I have the sniper. Sniper can do both. Sniper does high DPS and it does one-shots, so feels like a pretty safe pick here. But some of the other stuff doesn't really make sense, like Hellite Pilot. The darts are just gonna fly past and pop whatever's behind him, and then it instantly regrows. Mortar, it's just a question of whether or not Bernie stuff ticks more than the regen, and if it doesn't, then goodbye. See you in the lobby. Wizard is also kinda sussy. But everything's kinda sussy when it's insta regrows, you know? Nothing works. Everything is losing. You just gotta try your best to compensate for the fact that everything's gonna show up again second after you pop it. Look at that, we're doing pretty darn well here. It's because we got the 3-peater in the back, just handling business. I always tell myself that I want to create, but create what, you know? Feels like this is just pale imitation of stuff I've seen. But you know what? Maybe I need to put my chin up. I've been down on my luck recently, you know? I haven't been seeing things straight. I've been chastising myself. I mean, I do that all my life, but you know, there are periods of ups and downs, you know? We did the stage. And now we're going to water park. This might be... Oh no. Now this is getting super, super tricky. You've got the 200% regen rate. We're in trouble. But you know what? I believe in myself. And you know, that should extend to my videos as well. I'm not sure what I'm doing here, but that's okay, you know. I don't think anyone who was popping off on YouTube back in the day really knew what they were doing either. They just did whatever they felt like doing. So I'm gonna do that too. And I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna enjoy myself. That's something that I haven't done in a very long time. Sleek and sharp. Well, partially because these Bloons levels are getting too tricky. Like that Blastopopulous guy. TS too tricky, man. I can't Can't do it. Can't freaking do it. But hopefully this one is more my speed. I put down the hero, but I'm not sure what I'm doing here, if I'm honest. I just realized that Druid is a terrible option in this. I mean, unless the... what's it called? Know those vines? As far as I know, like, everything that steps over those vines from the middle path Druid gets popped. And if that's true, Druid is basically regrow farming across the entire track, which is really bad. But on the other hand, the reason why I picked Druid is because I thought it would assassinate the Bloons. Like, I thought the tangle thingy was gonna pop them and then pop them again and pop them again until it was dead, and then it would go on to the next Bloon. I don't know, man. But look at this, we got the... let's hope it doesn't regrow farm. I'm looking at that, and I'm getting scared, but... just to... can you imagine if those were regrow Bloons? I'm screwed, dude. But let's not think about how things are gonna go wrong. I really need camo defense. I don't know if this ice guy sees camo or not. I think I'm gonna get more glaives, and then I'm gonna start getting a sniper up. Time to bust out the alchemist. Finally time. Even cold. Gotta get this guy stronger. And whatever is gonna kill the Moab has to be stronger as well. I think it has to be Helleye Pilot. There's just nothing in my deck that plays this map as strong as Helleye Pilot. But hopefully with this brew doing extra damage, we can handle the regrows, because we're going to be doing extra damage, extra attack speed, all the good stuff, right? All the stuff that we want to stop regrows from regrowing, so... we'll get a Razor Rotors going and assess from there. We need some way to make money, so it's gonna have to be the middle path sniper. Before we were making money with trap, but now is not the case, so gonna have to switch our money making methods. Need to get ahead in this mode because the regrows are gonna overcome us if we don't pull ahead, using every advantage. I feel like we might need to farm or something on that last map, although honestly, trap farming feels the best. I haven't felt compelled to do anything else really. Honestly, farms in this mode might be troll. Maybe you can just like exclude the farms entirely because you need to put as much money into defense as you can. I'm sure if you're familiar with the rounds, more so than I am, you can make a plan. Like, you know exactly what monkey is going to be able to defend exactly what Bloons on exactly which round, but I'm not that guy. So, instead of doing all that nerd stuff, we're just gonna use monkeys that get stronger while also generating revenue. That's the ape brain play. So that's why we have supply drop, and we're probably gonna do another trap on the other map. Because it's just so good. We need to accelerate while keeping our defense strong. And agreed for E-Sniper, I don't think we need that much Moab defense. Let's get our tech bot. Just to make this easier on me. So we don't miss any money. This is good. It's going good. It looks like we're gonna be able to get to the last level without a hitch, which... oh dear.
Feel the bitter cold.
I lied. Oh my goodness. Oh, the IDF soldier's too good, man. Wow. Just immediately popped into 1,000,000 shards as soon as the IDF soldier was able to hit those cerams. Beautiful, really. But now I know that we need more anti-Moab. And we need it now. So I'm gonna do this. I hope this guy isn't applying the ice property to the Moabs. I've never seen that before. And I'm pretty sure the one time I have seen that, it's like brittle. And brittle being on Moabs is a good thing, because they take more damage from sharp stuff, I think. I don't know, I don't use Ice Monkey all that much actually, that's why we don't have him here.
BFB.
We could get E-Defender. And maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea. We're not trying to scale here, since we're only going to 85. And this defense is making me worry. You know, I have a tech bot, but I just click that. I'm a genius. But look at that, E-Defender just completely sweeping up 63 by himself. Beautiful. I forgot that the Moabs had extra health. That's why we're getting so much trouble. We'll do Apache, and then we'll do, what's it called? Moab stun from the sniper, and that'll be it. That'll be the level. If we were doing Impoppable, we'd be in some big trouble with this kind of build, because it doesn't really scale into anything, and we're also not defending the 2 tracks very well at all. I mean, this was Impoppable, I'd be looking for a Glaive Lord, since that's the strongest tier 5 right now. Apache Prime isn't strong enough on this map. Apache Prime needs some serious backup on this map. I blackboarded this map, so I know. I think I did beat it with some variation of Apache Prime, but like, it was super tricky. It was super duper tricky. Caused me a lot of grief. This was one of the rare maps where half cash wasn't as bad as the chimps. And I don't even remember using the Heli Pilot on the map, because all I remember is that I was saved by Spactory. I was only able to black border this map because of Spactory. Yeah, I did some kind of clutch where I was trying to figure out, I was like retrying a bunch, and in Chimps I had the money. I was trying to figure out like what could I put down to defend these late rounds, and I think I put down like a Spactory, and it saved me because it could defend both lanes. Kind of crazy. I'm curious as to who will be the top pop for this. Oh, it looks like it's gonna be the IDF soldier. Really surprised me. Usually the, this guy puts in some big numbers, but... yeah, looks like he's catching up though, so... if we gave him some more rounds against like all these blimps, I'm sure this guy would catch up. Because he does so much area damage against blimps. He's just so great at putting them down. And all that shrapnel goes directly onto the next target. I love this guy for killing Moabs. And I think this guy was our best pop by the end. Yep.
Yes.
That's too easy. And here we are on the final freaking level. 150% mob health with 250% regrow. I have no clue if I can do this. It's looking tricky, boys. It's looking tricky. So they go through that portal and they wind up over there, right? And then, like, the Moab... yeah, okay. Oh shit, we're going to round 100. That's not good. I should have put down my hero. I'm gonna restart. I'll put down my hero just to get some free value. We're gonna need every last bit of like value that we can get here. Because this is really happening. That's more linear. We gotta make some money. I think this is where we use that monkey city that we had before. If we can get away with it, that'll be huge. We can just put all of our like money earners under the city. And it'll basically be GG just by brute force. That's the dream anyways. That's my initial plan here. With the rounds this close before, we only get Bloon Trap 1 round before leads. I didn't know it was this close. Don't want the pops to be escaping us. We want to make the big bucks. Big freaking bucks. So now we can put down our village, start thinking about money. We'll just get the discount for now. Ah, I want to be greedy so bad, but I can't.
I'm here to help.
I need to spend my money wisely or else I'm going to die. I am super scared of the Moab that's coming. I'll just be honest. So... we're gonna get AP darts. But we need something else because this track length is so short. I think it'll be... we'll start working on our sniper and then hope that it gets bursted down. I don't even know what Silas abilities do. I'm like 99% sure they all require ice monkeys anyways, so there's no buttons for me to press. I think this one might be good though. On round 40, I'll try and put my trap on the other side, although... Wait, what? Am I crazy? When does this happen? What the heck? Well, that was super easy, because AP Darts is good. The question is, do I want camo or jungle drums? I think I'll take the camo, because it'll allow me to cheap out on getting... What's it called? Like, Prince of Darkness? I don't really want that. There are other things, you know? Like, imagine if I was saving for POD right now, instead of getting, like... Actually, wait, that's later. What am I talking about? Well, what am I talking about? Since we have this guy... The only real concern is, like, DDTs. For camo. We should be chilling. There's our monkey town. Just gonna get camo just because, I don't really have a good reason. Now we're gonna start working on our extra money. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna be able to get Spirit of the Forest really easily. Really weirdly, it looks like we're going to round 100, but this is not impoppable prices, so I guess they're giving us a break here. Oh, what just happened? What was that? Whoa. Why does this map have funny Easter eggs? Or what do these funny Easter eggs mean? That's what I want to know. Is that like a funny 1 in 100 chance of like a balloon going through the portal gets just zapped out of existence and you can collect the money through that thing? It all happened so quick, I have no idea what even happened. Alk buffed subs, you know we love to see it. Is this guy popping everyone off screen? Oh my goodness, what a show off. But honestly, I don't even know what I'm gonna use to kill the bad. Bro, look at my lineup, bro, we're finished. So now we're gonna see if that gives us any extra income. No, we're not, because I'm not counting. I'm just gonna focus on my next build, which is gonna be bad focused. After this, we're just out there to hunt the bad. So I think my income acceleration is so good. This guy has paid himself off like 2 times over already. And this guy is almost paid himself off. My income is just so good, I don't feel like I'm gonna lose. I feel like I made the right decisions here. Just spamming out a bunch of tier 5s after income accelerating with the Monkey City. It's working out. Working out in my favor. This is such a cursed freaking lineup, bro. 34k, 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 50k, 50k, 50k. This is all so expensive. My income is unbelievable this run. And wow, we afforded that so much quicker than I thought we would. Is this all because of Monkey City? I feel like it is. Monkey City is just buffing everything to hell. This guy's paid himself over. Going into Twicefold. No, the money just doesn't stop coming. This guy's almost paid himself off. This guy's practically paid himself off. What the hell? That's where all my income's coming from. This guy's made 70k. So this is income acceleration. This is giga income acceleration. Oh my goodness. I have so much money I could make a freaking temple, bro. It's not every day that this happens. This was so freaking easy. What was I scared of? Regenapocalypse. Regenapocalypse. Boom. Time taken 2 hours, 36 minutes, and 28 seconds. Well, that was fun. I like that. I didn't expect to win. I know I didn't have much to say this time, but oh well. My brain works in mysterious ways. Maybe I'll try to make another video about, like, clearing some expert map or something, I know. Oh, we could do one for the easy one. Capachungus Deluxe. But yeah, there's some maps that I need to get working on. So I might make a video on those instead of doing the normal Odyssey walkthrough. I'm not touching the boss challenges. They're out of my forte. They're so much micro. You know, something that confuses me. I'll put up a screenshot, okay? I'll put a screenshot of, like, my run and, like, all the stuff that I had defending Blastopocalypse. And yeah, I didn't survive. And I was so confused. I go up to the internet and the guy on the guide has, like, so much less stuff than me. It was really confusing how his defense worked and mine didn't. There was obviously something that I just don't understand about the boss or whatever, but I don't really care to find out. Ninja Kiwi just keeps on making these guys more and more and more freaking complicated. So I guess it's just for those kind of people who can just handle everything, you know? I'm not one of those guys. Anyways, yeah, that's the walkthrough.